What do you think about Trump not disavowing really Fuentes this whole time?
He can't. I mean, look, he never really disavowed me. He never disavowed the alt-right. He never disavowed Charlottesville. I mean, he doesn't disavow his own people. He might disavow me now because I've been, anti-Trump for 5 years or whatever it is now, 4 years. He won't disavow his own people. I mean, that he does know who butters his bread.
And that is white nationalist Richard Spencer on a video podcast hosted by fringe right-winger Ethan Ralph, there with the cheesy sunglasses. Spencer explained that Donald Trump cannot and will not disavow his base of white nationalists, white separatists, and other assorted hate groups on the far right. Spencer was asked specifically about Trump's recent dinner in Mar-a-Lago with white nationalist leader Nick Fuentes and the rapper formerly known as Kanye West. Fuentes is a prominent Holocaust denier, and Kanye traffics in hate.
He said, I don't know who Nick Fuentes is, as MTG said, shortly after appearing at a Nick Fuentes concert or conference, rather, kind of like a concert. So, it was a deflection, you could say, but I don't think he's going to do it. And I think if he's forced to do it, it would ultimately be a weakness. I think any politician any Republican that's denouncing this stuff is going to lose. Am I still there?
Yeah, you're still there.
Okay. It's not showing up on any Republican that denounces Ye is going to lose because they're ultimately denouncing their own people.
Ultimately denouncing their own people. So what kind of person is Richard Spencer, who points out that Donald Trump will not denounce him? Spencer is a public speaker and activist on behalf of the alt-right movement. He advocates for the reconstitution of the European Union into a white racial empire, which he believes will replace the diverse European ethnicities with one homogeneous white identity. Spencer has advocated for the enslavement of Haitians by whites and the ethnic cleansing of racial minorities from the United States. Spencer has expressed admiration for the political tactics of the American Nazi Party. He was a featured speaker at the August 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, and that was just one of the neo-Nazi rallies Spencer has headlined. And Spencer has repeatedly used Nazi gestures and rhetoric in public. And this lunatic, Spencer, points out that Donald Trump will not denounce him and others like him because it is Donald Trump's base. So far, it seems about Donald Trump, Spencer is correct. Donald Trump has never specifically or clearly condemned the neo-Nazi far right. If you recall, Donald Trump said at the Charlottesville rally that there was blame on both sides. Regarding the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol, the evidence is clear that Donald Trump encouraged his right-wing lunatics to storm the building and block Joe Biden's presidential certification. And many of the January 6th rioters who have been arrested have ties to neo-Nazi white nationalist groups. Trump has said repeatedly that if elected, he will pardon and free all of these criminals. So it is true that Donald Trump supports and embraces the support he gets from the haters on the far right. And it does explain why Donald Trump, with the presidential 2024 campaign already underway, is not about to say anything negative about figures like white nationalist Nick Fuentes, neo-Nazi Richard Spencer, and countless others who Trump sees as part of his base. Trump needs these clowns, and they need him. And that's why the Republican Party, if it ever wants to have a real future, needs to dump all of them, starting with Trump. The GOP should not and cannot be a welcome home to the most despicable and evil people in our society. But that is where the GOP stands right now, at least the GOP under Donald Trump. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section.